like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Hey bro, let me roll this blunt. Give me like 5 minutes. You heard me? Alright, cool. Alright, bet.
I ain't gotta shut the cell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexicans, I make pesos. Hit your subs, I'ma replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more.
I just talking a little shit, bro. Don't blow mine, bro.
16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist.
Nah, I know, bro. Nah, on some real shit, I'm just one of them niggas, bro. Like, I'ma hit a nigga up off top when they advance. You feel me? Y'all ain't know if you seen my DM or not. That's why I just came back in the main chat and tagged you.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to
Yeah,
the
so
city
that shit
of
do be.
Angels,
That's how I
Los
done got
Angeles,
caught off guard a
California.
couple times.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 20.
Bet that up, bro. Bet that up. I ain't gonna be long. I ain't gonna be too long. You screaming? For sure. That nigga trying to embarrass me. I'm fucking with you, bro. Hey, I just put it on the nigga with the Cowboys, though. For real, for real. Nah, I played him yesterday. I ain't screening shit though. I thought he was gonna screen. But yeah, I had that boy couldn't do shit for real. That boy had a donut for a majority of the game. Yeah, that's why I said them boy for some reason, some weeks, shit, my defense, them motherfuckers are show up, then them motherfuckers sorry as fuck for real. Exactly. But nah, that's my squad though. So I actually know how to play them boys. I know a lot of niggas be trying to run with Zeke and shit. I was on that run shit. Yeah, I was on Zeke ass. I'm almost done, bro. I just got mine back in the crib. I'm like, shit, man, I want to play the game. Fuck it. You from Philly though, bro? Okay, that's what's up, man. So you a real diehard then, for real. Yeah, my partner fuck with them boys hard. I'm like, shit, I'm a diehard cowboy for real. So we real rivals for real. Y'all boys won that bowl though. That shit made me mad as fuck. You feel me? I feel like this game gonna be some bullshit. I'm finna unpause this bit. All right, let's get it, bro. Yeah, let's get it.
28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. Go. Not today, you are. Not today. Check safety. He's checking. Crash. Hey, alert 3. Check 31.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times did we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus? Tackling the runner for a loss.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
94 is the mark. Let's get this ball back. Put it off. 94 is the mark.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get Maverick. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. On three. Motion. 76. Tell him. 76. 47.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To throw again by Cup. 20, 10, for touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Wide. Please. Get wide. Say, yeah. He's crashing. Check and crash. Check 26. Check 26. Check 3.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Elliott good with a PAT. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fighting through pressure. Eluding the... In the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Gall. Deep down the left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Going right side, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Come on.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Our time. It's our time.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Whip backwards. It's third and very long.
Whip. Watch the whip. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Motion.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And Elliott puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there for L.A. 57 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
Let's go, baby.
Eagles 10. Rams 7.
180.
Now Goff.
Oh,
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Out of the gun. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Value three. Watch the edge. Stay at home. Orange. Buzz.
From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, he's going to go for it all.
man, come on, bro. This nigga 6'4", bro. He ain't even gonna jump.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field, and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Check 13. Check
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Come on, bro.
Incomplete. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry, his 2nd sack of the night. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football.
And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
This is brought in at the 21. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Like 20. Check 53, Mike. Your track. Super one. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Mike, 53. Mike. You don't want that.
2nd down, it's Henderson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4.
Hey, number 28, Mike. He's coming. Check in. Watch a slant. 12. Watch a slant. Smooth.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Damn.
Another day.
It's 4th down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
24 is the mark.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Let's go, boys.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They'll look to throw.
Damn.
Wide open receiver complete. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Target. Table, heavy. Share. 25, check 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Double up. He's coming, double up.
He'll drop to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now a give right side. It's Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead
and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll score. Touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
That gave you a little cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Gone. Going up top for Kupp. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think that...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Matthias Farley. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Watch the curl, watch the curls. Switch.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down now, it's Henderson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Man, I got you. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check the backer, check the backer.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Good job.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Pulled in at the 24. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Here we go. 76. 76. Mike 50. Mike 50.
To throw is Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up
too low, man.
However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. Tonight. 180. Hold on.
Too low. You a B.
They'll run on 1st down. Henderson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Henderson will try to run for the 1st. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
On 1st down, Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Play that tight, D. Don't let him breathe, defense. 24 is the mic. They're going to need some.
2nd and 13. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll try to run with Sanders. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and goal from the 1. Once again with Sanders. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
Come on, man. What the fuck?
To the 22.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Deuce, 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 deuce.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run once more with Henderson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The Rams on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
You got 3 down, 3 down. 50's the mic, 50's the mic. It's our time, it's our time.
Goff now looking to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season. This great year continues. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Schwartz. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 47 yards. as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Okay, game on.
Sir,
don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Check 52. Hey, kill. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Pilot, 64, weak. Go. Hey, lift. Turbo,
Throwing now, Goff.
I'm coming after you.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
So they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 11. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One to get yourself in position for the second one.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.